Ready! Well.
World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael. Hello everyone, folks at home. We hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. We got a lot to discuss here today. Strap your seatbelt on because it might very well be one hell of a bumpy ride. We're out here live, ladies and gentlemen, folks at home. Hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. And my oh my. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, folks at home. PlayStation 5 Slim requires internet in order to function, essentially. And it is, believe me, so incredibly sad. So, you know you don't care, but it is the way the cookie crumbles. Blokey face coming for 15 months, 16 months. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate that. Rent-free. She told us she didn't love. 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 I mean, how are we going to discuss these topics when you quite clearly don't care? You can't be bothered to communicate about these topics. You can't be bothered to really do much of anything. So there it is. It's on the screen. What more do you want me to say? Yes, it's the death of gaming. Today is the death of gaming. I mean, when the PS5 Slim comes out, it is the death of gaming, as PlayStation is now online DRM, and we didn't think that was going to happen. So make sure you go out and buy the old PS5 before they replace it with the PS5 Slim, because you need internet to use the disk drive on the PS5 to at least get it up and running, which shouldn't be the case, but it is. And PlayStation was not in that boat. Now they're in that boat with the PlayStation 5 Slim. So physical media is dying. No one cares. What more do you want me to say? I'm not out here for the doomer, because the doomer doesn't care. The doomer doesn't care. Okay? You guys are not listening. You guys already bought Alan Wake 2. We told you not to buy that game. You did the exact opposite. I mean, I'm preloading Alan Wake 2 right now, but I'm playing it so that you don't have to. And yet you're going out and buying it still. And they just released the launch trailer for Alan Wake 2. It looks like total slop. Looks worse than I imagined. So what's there to be excited for? Oh, we have GTA 6 coming. That's right. Yeah, tomorrow we have GTA 6 coming. You know, that's what the internet told us, right? Not Rockstar. The internet said GTA 6 was coming. It must be true. Jeez. I mean, you know, it's down bad central in here, I'll tell you what.
Snurf super chatted $10.
Low ball Lonnie coming through so hard and strong like Shill Hunter's big goal.
Well, Shill Hunter is shilling Alan Wake 2. And the reviews drop for that tomorrow. I thought they dropped today. They dropped tomorrow. The reviews for Alan Wake 2 drop tomorrow. And you're going to see the shill fest begin on Alan Wake 2. So, everyone's pretending to not care about it right now, but in 24 hours, less than 24 hours, when your favorite influencer tells you that it's the best thing since sliced bread, you're going to go ahead and pre-order it. We know how you operate. We know how you work because you guys are consumers. So, look at the Metacritic score tomorrow for Alan Wake 2. If I had to predict it, I'm going to say an 85 at the least. I'm going to say an 85 at the least. Because the shilling has already begun for Alan Wake 2. No one cares that it's digital only. No one cares that it's, anti-consumer. It requires essentially a modern-day PC to run. Now, that's not fair. And that would only make sense if they actually, innovated in the space, but the game isn't bringing innovation. It's doing the same thing that they've already done before, and they have real-time shadows. That's not innovation, okay? That's not innovation. So, it's just so sad. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's so sad, but you guys are consumers at heart, and that's what you love doing. And whenever someone, bats up against that idea, you say, oh, Michael, you're just a fucking hater. You're just a Debbie Downer. You hate everything, Michael. How can I take you seriously? Hell, you can't even find one game that came out this year that was good. Well, I can, because they're all terrible. Name one good game this year. Name one good game that came out this year. They're all terrible. There's games that had potential, but the potential was just not there. Didn't come to fruition. And, I'll say Baldur's Gate 3 had potential, but the combat in that game is absolute. It's a terrible game. The combat is a terrible, it's a snooze fest. Let's just put it that way. But I can respect Baldur's Gate 3 and saying, hey, we allow the player to roam around. But people in here thought Baldur's Gate 3 was woke, yet they say Starfield isn't woke, yet they say Alan Wake 2 isn't woke. Then what's your definition of woke? You said Baldur's Gate 3 was woke. How is Baldur's Gate 3 woke when every other game apparently isn't? That sounds like we're singling out games that are actually okay. Baldur's Gate 3 was woke, by the way, but Starfield wasn't woke, nor is Alan Wake. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. So as you can see, the PlayStation 5 Slim is going to require online to activate the disk drive. And that shouldn't be a thing because, it's not like that now. So, not sure why that's a thing, but it is. And, they're joining Xbox in the online DRM. So, the PS5 Slim is primarily an all-digital console because if you don't activate the disk drive by going on the internet, then you're not going to be able to play anything on the damn thing. So, Sony went backwards quick. And Nintendo's the only one left. So buy the Switch now because the Switch 2 will probably join the same boat. And you guys don't care. The consumer mindset has taken over. It's rotten the brain. In 2013, you had different energy. You fake gamers had different energy. You came out and you said, Xbox, you can't do this. How dare Major Nelson come out and say you have to check in every 24 hours to play these games? And what happened to that same energy? Oh, times have changed. It's been over a decade since 2013. You're now ready to just sit there and not own anything. You don't care. Oh, Michael, the physical copies don't have the games on them. That's a common misconception. I have a lot of PS5 physical games, and 99% of them are on disc. Okay? I just played Spider-Man 2 without internet. Okay? You don't need internet. They're not licenses to the game. Okay? It's literally all on the disc. I don't know what you guys are smoking, but it's pretty fucking strong. Okay? The only games that require internet is Call of Duty and, that crap-ass game Hogwarts Legacy. Actually, Hogwarts Legacy, you can play the tutorial offline, so technically there is a little bit of it playable, but not the full game. So nonetheless, this idea, this notion that the discs don't even come with the game is just a fallacy. Those are stupid idiots talking out their mouth. They don't know what they're talking about. They have absolutely no idea what they're talking about, okay? It's that simple. I buy my games mostly on physical, so I would know what I'm talking about. Spider-Man 2 is a game you can play totally offline. And it might be better than the actual patched version. But you don't care. You guys aren't ready for that conversation just yet. We got nearly 400 people in here. Let's go ahead and hit that like button. Who's coming through? MO's coming through. That's what we're talking about. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate it.
M0, 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 M super chatted $5. Alan Woke 2, Strong Independent BIPOC Women Edition. Gameplay looked like generic third-person shooter slop. The requirements are insulting. F Nvidia.
Well, wait until the Shillfest tomorrow. When you wake up tomorrow morning and you say you see that everyone in the grandma's shilling this game, I mean, it's going to be disgusting because they're really praying for the crash of this industry. They're helping usher in the all-digital era, which is coming very soon. I mean, PlayStation, with this news today, it's clear that it's already here. PlayStation has said we're done. We don't care about offline gamers, and now you go out and buy a PS5 Slim if you want to use the disk drive. Well, and you're going to have to use the disk drive to play any game. You can't just play it without the disk drive, right? Because then you're going to have internet regardless. So which way you choose, you're going to have internet. It doesn't matter. And that was never a thing. The PS5, the last console from PlayStation, the original version anyway, where you could actually, I did that day one in 2020. I got the PS5. We booted the damn thing up without internet, and it just worked. It just worked. So, that's no longer a thing now. So, it's no longer a thing. So sad. But the gamers have chosen. They have chosen their path. They want all digital. They don't care. They want to be like the PC nerds. The PC gamers have been dealing with all digital since 2002, probably at this point. And they love it. They don't love owning, they play games on PC. They don't even own the games. Steam DRM is a real thing. And it's so sad. They don't care. They really don't care. Not reading that. Not reading it. I can't see it. We got a lot of fake members in here. Don't know what to tell you. She don't love and it's so sad. 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 There's apparently a GTA. There's apparently a GTA Online thing where you go inside the UFO and you get a new shirt that has like 3 question marks on it, and people think that somehow has something to do with GTA 6. Well, that'd be cool, but I doubt it. I've lost faith in the GTA 6 stuff since earlier this month. I was on that hype train for a little bit, but now that it's the end of October nearly, it's like this isn't coming. We don't know when it's coming. It could come, but we don't know. So there's no reason to get hyped over something that may or may not happen and could happen at any time. That's just a waste of energy. When Rockstar is ready to pull the curtain back, they'll pull it back and you'll know. So I don't know what to tell people. Look, get excited and maybe it will happen tomorrow. If it does, great. We'll be live and we'll be covering all of it. In fact, we probably won't even cover Alan Wake if they announce fucking GTA 6. So it just doesn't make sense, quite frankly, for Rockstar to... The space is too crowded right now. You won't have this conversation, but the space is too crowded right now, and there's too many releases for them to announce GTA 6. That's the reality of it. There's just too many games coming out right now for them to announce GTA 6. It literally doesn't make sense. So I don't know what people are smoking when they believe that it's happening, and it's like, why would they announce GTA 6 right now? There's too many releases happening. I'm not saying the announcement would get overshadowed, but I think there's a better place and a better time to potentially announce GTA 6. Why would you announce it when there's, the biggest release month of this year, one of the biggest release months of this year? Why would you announce GTA 6? That doesn't make any sense, so whatever. She don't love and it's so sad. She don't love and it's so sad. She don't love and it's so sad. Not reading your comment because I cannot see it. So, not sure what to tell you. I got to get really close to the screen to see that. She don't love and it's so sad. 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 Well, what do you want me to talk about? I mean, we've already covered the topics. You want me to regurgitate them for another hour? I mean, I can, but what do you want me to say? The PS5 Slim requires internet. Does anyone in here care? No. Okay, well, let's move on to the next topic. Is GTA 6 coming? Doubt it. But it could. Okay. Lot to go off here. Especially when you don't care. Well, the last good game that I played, Michael, was Elden Ring. No, the game was trash. You roam around and fight enemies that move on the screen.
It's over!
She don't.
Michael Myers super chatted
$19.99.
Gaming is on the decline. Saddest it's ever been.
I just don't understand. If you're 35 years or older, I have no idea why you would be playing video games.
I bought a nice 4K DVD player and that seems to be dying as well. Physical media is coming to an end.
Well, if you have a PS5, the PS5 plays 4K. Well, the Xbox does too. But yeah, I mean, if you're over the age of 35 and you're still playing video games, you might very well be. Well, you might need to call Dr. Phil. I mean, I can understand. Playing a game here and there, but it's just ridiculous. It's so sad. She don't love and it's so sad. Ironic? Well, I'm not 35 years old, so how is it ironic? You don't know what you're talking about. Well, these Nintendo drones, I mean, they're 45 years old in their parents' basement and they play these stupid Nintendo games. That are not clearly made for them, and it's like, that's mental illness. It's time to grow up. I don't play Super Mario. It's a baby game. I'm not playing baby games. I'd rather play Alan Woke. Just to see how terrible that is. There's much more entertainment value there. The 4K player capable. Everyone's writing paragraphs in here, and I can't. I'm not trying to read it. Chat's moving too fast, to be honest. Chat's actually moving too fast.
3 super chatted $4.99. GTA 6 will flop just like Snoozefield. Gaming
it's
is
over.
dead.
Yep,
it's over.
It's over. She don't love and it's so sad. Well, I don't resonate with gamers, so I don't know what to tell you. Like, I am pretty much an anti-gamer at this point. There's no reason to play video games anymore. It's a thing that people cling on to because it was their childhood memories, and it's just like, maybe it's time to let it go. And maybe gaming was never good to begin with, to be quite frank. Maybe gaming was never good to begin with, to be quite frank. I don't know. The only time you really start and the only time you stop and pay attention is when Rockstar puts out a new release, and they don't, their output has declined over the last 20 years. So GTA 6 is the only game to look forward to. That's it. Literally one game. Why would I, buy all these consoles when it's only one game? I mean, they don't make video games anymore. They make advertisements for their brands. No, I didn't retire. This is always how I felt. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't retire. Video games have never been my interest. It's boring. I don't care. Especially now. It's just, I'm done. I've grown out of them. Maybe you guys need to as well, okay? I don't care. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not waiting around for these developers to put out, one good game in the next 15 years. That's ridiculous.
It's over.
It's ridiculous.
The Brick Boy 103 super chatted $9.99. Darkseid Devil needs to call Dr. Phil, it's over.
Don't know who that is. She don't love being so sad. She don't love being so sad. There are many good games coming out. Name one. I've played all the games that came out this year. They're all trash. Name one good game. There are so many good games coming out, by the way. Name one good game. Name one good game. So many good games coming out, by the way. Okay, buddy. So sad seeing Michael dislike games. Well, I mean, you're new to the channel then. I've been disliking games since 2011. What do you want me to tell you? Nothing's changed. You've grown out of video games and it's the only thing you talk about. How does that make any sense? Well, there's a lot of people that aren't passionate about what they do. There's plenty of teachers that are not passionate about teaching, but they're there just because, well, for other reasons. I don't know. It's a job. Not everyone's passionate about what they do. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? You want reality? I'm going to give you reality. Okay? That's what you guys have been clamoring for years. Reality, reality, reality. You know, you watch these stupid reality TV shows on TV and you want this emulated over here. Okay, I'll give you reality. I don't give a shit about video games. There you go. I don't give a fuck. Literally do not care. But I will play them for your entertainment. I will assess them for your entertainment. That's what this is. It is entertainment. Okay? I do not care about video games, though. I would rather make one than play one. That's where we stand. You can disagree, and you don't have to understand it.
Clay 1988 super
Here we go.
€6. Dude, 35 and I still have a huge backlog because I have a job and life. Also Spider-Man 2 is better than I expected. I bet my third ball you'll hate GTA 6.
You have a job and a life, yet you're in here fucking harassing someone on a daily basis. You know, it just really speaks volume to your character. And you're 35 years old and you're still playing what is essentially children's toys. So, yeah, I'd rather be outside in Mother Nature and look at the fucking grass grow instead of around and play these dumb video games. I don't care about video games, dude. I just don't. I respect movies more now. And I don't even watch movies. I'm not a consumer. Okay? But when I have to do this show on a daily basis and talk to people that don't give a shit about this stuff, it is very challenging and difficult, okay? Because there's no click. We don't resonate with this. That's what's happening. So we're hitting a brick wall every time we go live. And I'm done with it. You guys don't care about the PS5 Slim requiring internet. Why should I? You know, you guys have played the consumer mindset in here. I don't know why these people in here are consumers. Like, I want people from 4channel to come over here straight from V because they're fucking based. I want that. That's what I want. I don't want these dumb losers coming over here and saying we love to consume everything known to mankind. Good. Play it, dumbass. I don't care. Fucking done, dude. I'm out here in the fucking rain. It's cold. It's wet. You know, it's just like, what are we doing? And then the whole chat is playing rent-free. Like, you guys are down so fucking bad. We're going to turn the chat off pre-show if we can't just stop talking about one person in here. Okay, it's getting to a point where it's just like you guys are mentally unstable. Quite frankly, it's just. I've never seen something like this before. So we're going to turn the chat off pre-show, and then when the show starts, we'll turn the chat on. Because clearly we can't handle it. It's just, you know, it's ridiculous.
It's over!
Official source Troy super chatted $5. Imagine not buying the game of the year, Alan Wake 2.
I've already bought it. I'm preloading it right now.
By the DRM PlayStation
I'm preloading it right now.
Don't question gaming's destruction, men holding hands.
Yeah, I'm preloading Alan Wake 2 right now. It's almost done, actually. So we're preloading Alan Wake 2 right now. And we'll play it tomorrow. And I am actually a little excited to play that one because I want to see how bad it is. I want to see how bad we can really get with this. You're a consumer for attention? Well, you're a mentally ill person. Oh, wow, shocking revelation. People upload videos for attention. Oh, my God. Oh, it's okay for everyone else to do that, but not Michael. Let's single Michael out. Let's harass Michael on a daily basis. People upload videos for attention? Whoa. Wow, I mean, what a fucking epiphany. Whoa, you're telling me people are clamoring for attention because daddy didn't give them enough when they were growing up? Their parents fucking got divorced? Huh. They're looking for attention because they got bullied in school? Wow. Oh, they upload videos for views? Whoa. I thought they just did it out of the kindness of their heart. Whoa. People do things because... Whoa, they have other motives? Whoa, they upload content for views and attention? Whoa, jeez, what a shocking revelation. Oh my God. You know, you really opened my eyes. You must be a higher level thinker. Whoa, people upload videos for views. Huh. Oh my God. Jeez, I've just never thought that one through. Whoa. Well, you guys didn't know it either. I mean, I guess you guys didn't know that. You think the McDonald's employee wants to work at McDonald's? You think they're passionate about working at McDonald's? No, the answer is no. They're there because it's a job. So do you chew the McDonald's employee out? You probably do. You're probably one of those persons that goes into McDonald's and chews the employee out because they're not passionate about their job. Oh, how dare they just work for the money? How dare they just, work because it's a job and they're not passionate about being behind the counter and flipping burgers. I got to work at the factory from 9 to 5. I got a real job. I got a family to feed. I don't need this fucking attitude at the fast food joint. It's like, shut your bitch ass up.
Snurf super chatted $10. Nature is for boomers. There was a study on boomers. The gaming boomers were less likely to develop illnesses than non-gamers. Gaming saves lives. So sad, saddest sad, sadder than any sad there ever been.
Whatever, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Couldn't tell you. I'd rather hit the gym than play video games. I mean, there's just much more things you could be doing than playing video games. You guys want to defend video games as if they're like... What do you want me to tell you? Gaming's dead. Name one good game. Gaming is dead. What do you want me to tell you? Gaming is dead. They don't put out releases anymore. It's been 13 years since Alan Wake came out. Why would it take 13 years to put out a sequel? That doesn't even make a damn bit of sense. Where's GTA 6? It's been over a decade since that. Well, we don't fucking know. They don't make video games anymore. You don't get this through your skull. They don't do it anymore. They don't put out games anymore. So why would I give a shit? The industry stopped putting out video games. They don't make video games anymore. They stopped programming video games. They don't do animations anymore. They don't do animation sequences anymore. They don't program. They don't have dynamic AI anymore. They just sit around and stand there and spout dialogue. That's fucking. Oh, we got a voice actor in the studio to record fucking 3 days worth of dialogue. Cool. That's not a video game. That you didn't make a video game, buddy. Oh, you have an artist on your team, and you have a sound designer, and you have. That's not a video game. A graphic designer. That's not a video game. You can't just throw assets in a virtual world and say it's a video game. That's not how video games are. You have to have the level of interactivity. Okay, I'm done. I'm out. The industry has said we're done. No one knows how to program anymore, or they don't care to, or the budget's just not there. So why would I even care?
You know, the entire point is picking up the controller and interacting with the virtual pixels on the screen. It's different than a movie because a movie you can't interact with the fucking movie for the most part. Okay, well, this is a totally different ballgame. This is a totally different medium. And now when the medium says, hey, we're basically replicating Hollywood, there's no point to play it. You press one button on the controller and it's like, wow, this is a video game. How is that supposed to be impressive? That's not video game. That's stupid. But the consumers of today don't care. The consumers of today don't care. You know, they're like, oh my God, Michael, I love it so much. It's going to be so much fun. You're just a hater. You hate everything. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. You guys can't have conversations with me in here. You want to play parasocial? Make it make sense. I mean, make it make sense. You know, do you watch Johnny Depp in a movie? And I'm not comparing myself to Johnny Depp, by the way. We're just using him as an example because I don't know any other actors. But when you watch Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean, and you bond with that character and that actor, because he's, you know, playing a role within that movie. He's acting. It's a performance. It's a put on. Does that entitle you to so you bonded with Johnny Depp through Pirates of the Caribbean. You're a big fan. Does that entitle you to well, I don't know how to put it, but it don't make a bit of sense, okay? Some of you guys are down bad in here, and like I said, we're going to disable the pre-show chat because it's getting pretty disgusting, okay? You know, it's just rent-free. You guys cannot stop talking about one single person in here, so we're disabling the pre-show chat. I'm done with it. I'm done. It's not even funny anymore. It's just like the loony bin in here. It's literally the loony bin in here. And, you know, that's welcome to the internet. I don't like the internet. I don't like technology. I'm out. I want to live in the fucking woods. Okay? I'm done. I'm the opposite. There's a lot of people in here that I cannot click with, and I'm not naming names, but when they tell me that video games work for them, no, it doesn't work for me. I want to go the opposite way. Fuck video games and fuck technology. I'm done. It's that simple. If I could broadcast my shit in a theater, that's what I would be doing. You can't do that, though. So this is the only way to do this show. I'm done. It's just so boring. I don't know what to tell you. Then you got dumbass people in here saying, oh, I'm a real gamer, you're a fake gamer, I love video games. Cool, we don't fucking click. It's called difference of opinion. Don't need to hear your dumbass opinion, because guess what? I didn't fucking ask for it, buddy. You're the one that's slaving away to this fucking show. You hate it so bad, yet you're wasting your time on this earth watching it. Make that make fucking sense. At least some people fucking, grabbed their fucking shit and said, I'm packing up and I'm out. Now, granted, are they really out? They're probably watching from the shadows, because it's a rent-free situation. They're in love with my ass, literally obsessed. Then get on a plane and come on out. Oh, you're not that obsessed, are you? What's holding you back? Jeez, they're in love with you, but then they're not. Make it make sense. We got an open door policy. You want to be on the show? Cool. Let me know. We'll have you on the show. It's not hard. Not going to play fake friend with you. If you want to be a real friend, well, let's meet up. I don't know what to tell you. Come on the show. No, you don't want to do that, though, right? That's too much work. You'd rather sit and make comments from the basement. Cool. Well, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I don't know what to tell you guys. You got to get off the video games. You got to get off the technology. More so the internet. A lot of people are more addicted to the internet than video games. They don't want to admit that, but it's called internet addiction, and it's a very real thing. Some of these people in here are terminally online. They're terminally online. And I grew up with the internet, don't get me wrong. And I'm on it a lot because that's how I have to use this as a way to do the show. That's how we do the show. But some of you guys are just down really bad. And I don't know how else to put it. I'm not putting you guys down, but I can see that maybe something needs to change in your personal life. Because you guys want to play personal life Andy over here, and it's like, oh, what is Michael doing? Why is Michael doing this? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, maybe I should start judging you guys. Because, geez, you guys are in the fucking chat 24/7, and it's like, well, I'm glad you guys can be a part of the show and with the show, but at the same fucking time, motherfucker, you are wasting your life on the internet. What are you accomplishing? Is this show really giving you something? I hope it fucking is. I really hope it fucking is. Because you are wasting your time. And that's not just for my show. That's any other thing you watch on this platform. It's just a waste of fucking time. Get off the internet. I have done. I've put the devices down, and it's a great feeling. It really is a great feeling. And there's a totally different world out there, bro. Go to a city and just absorb it. No one's on their phone. They're really not. They're really not on their phone. I mean, when I was in Chicago, I didn't notice anyone on their phone. They're enjoying the world around them, the environment, you know. No one's on their phone. Why would you be on the internet if you're outside? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't get it. I just don't get it. There's two different worlds. Some of you guys are in the internet bubble. You're never going to leave it. That's your life. I'm out. I'm done with it. Like, it's so boring. I can't handle it anymore. Okay? I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to play video games anymore. I'm so done doing this. But we're on auto fucking pilot right now. It's as simple as that. We're on fucking autopilot. We don't know anything better to do. But there's just so much more than just sitting all day on the internet. There really is. There really is. And I can tell you that from past experiences. There really is. There's just so much more. So, you guys love video games, cool. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't give a shit. I'm done. I'm done fighting the consumers in here. They've won. The consumers have won. I don't care. I'm done. You know, we try and talk about things. You can't have civil conversations in here. You can't even string together sentences yet. I go to your Twitter, and I can see that. You can literally fucking put together a sentence. Yeah, you come in here and play dumb fuck. You come in here and fucking play dumb fuck. Yet I go to your fucking Twitter, and you're using proper grammar. You're using proper punctuation. What a fucking two-faced motherfucker. Fuck up out of here with that shit, dude. So fucking stupid. Oh, Lord. So we'll be covering Alan Wake 2 tomorrow. Thursday at midnight. And I am looking forward to that. Despite what I said here today, I am looking forward to that because I want to see how terrible it can get. And it's going to get really terrible. So just watch the launch trailer if you don't believe me. It's got, well, let's not get into it. You don't care.
Over.
Donovan's and super chatted $5. Move to LA, Bubba. We can shake up the film industry in a way that makes sense.
We're going to have to.
The old guard are dying or retiring. Time for some fresh blood out here.
Yeah, we're going to have to. This video game shit, I'm done with it. I'd rather make straight to DVD trash. You know what I mean? Because there's some trash movies that get made, and it's like, how in the hell was this greenlit? I mean, it's just utter garbage. So if that crap can get made, then it's like, yeah. I'd rather literally do straight to DVD movies than make YouTube videos, to be honest. I'm not even trolling. Because anyone can upload anything to the internet, but can anyone make a movie and have like a DVD that's actually available to purchase at a store? No, they can't. So I make films and I'm on YouTube. Look at me, I'm a filmmaker. No, you're an influencer. You're a vlogger. It's not the same. She don't love and it's so sad. 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 She don't. Hope the GTA 6 trailer comes out. Well, what do you want me to say about it? I mean, the damn game leaked about 1.5 years ago, and you guys didn't care. So it's just like, well, I remember doing that stream. GTA 6 leaks, and it's like, holy shit. I mean, we could show it, obviously, but it's just like, wow, you guys had nothing to say about that. Literally the biggest game on the planet leaked, and it's like, well, we got nothing to say. And it's like, okay. Just consumer. Shut up and buy it. You know, don't question the quality of the food. Sit there and eat the damn popcorn. I don't know. Because you guys are lining up to the buffet that opens up very soon here for Alan Wake 2. You guys are ready to consume. I mean, last Friday you bought Spider-Man 2, you bought Mario Wonder, now you're ready to consume again. That's consumer, that's not gamer. Just because you buy every game doesn't mean you're a gamer. That's literally consumer. That's literally consumer. That's not gamer. That's not gamer just because you buy every game and play every game. That's literally just consumer. If there's a game that you don't like, if you can't find a game that you don't, you're just a consumer. That's different. You're just buying things to buy things. And to add to your collection or whatever the fuck. No, Michael, that's not what that means. I'm a real gamer. I'm not poor like you. I can buy games every week, Michael. No, you're just a consumer, buddy. You're just a consumer. I only cover these games because, well, we fucking have to. But you want me to jump up and down for these trash-ass games? Hell no. Shit's trash. It's garbage. It's all wannabe movie slop with, you know, modern themes in them. I'm not excited about any of this crap. You know, but you guys are. I know secretly you love. You're like, oh, I'm loving these games. They're amazing. I'm having so much fun. You're having so much fun? You've already played all of these games before. The top 5 games of this year, you've already played all of these games before. It's all the same rinse and repeat slop. Name one game that's original. You won't find one. What's the top 5 rated games this year? Resident Evil 4 remake? Well, that's a remake of a fucking game that came out from 2005. Yeah, this industry's down bad. Name one other game. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? Well, you've already played that in 2017. Okay. Not saying it's necessarily bad, but you've already played it. You've already come to the realization that it is just more of the same. So what has this industry provided in terms of innovation? Nothing. What about Hogwarts Legacy? What about Hogwarts Legacy? That didn't bring anything new to the table. You can fly around in your fucking broom in an empty open world. Junk. Name one good game. I'll wait. Name one good game. You can't. You just want to play consumer mindset. Hell, you guys are probably going to go out and buy the PS5 Slim. Well, I need to upgrade my PS5, Michael. It's overheating. Oh, go ahead. You're getting a worse console. DRM online. Yikes. But hey, you do you. I don't know. I mean, name one good game. Every game is like Batman Arkham Knight. You just roam around, fight some enemies that move on the screen. I've done that for years. Why would I be interested in that again? See, gamers are weird creatures because guess what? They need to find a job at an assembly line where they do a repetitive task for multiple hours a day because they love doing that in the virtual world. So why wouldn't they in real life? That doesn't make sense. Go work in a meat packing plant or something and just put the fucking meat on the hook. It's the same thing as playing a video game.
Somebody that has done many things and literally been all over the USA, been to almost all national parks and every major city. I play games occasionally for variety and recreation as it fits mood, but AAA is slop.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't mix technology and real world together well. You know, if I were going to a park, I wouldn't be on the phone. That just doesn't make sense to me. I want to get away from that. Put the devices down. Have a weekend where you just get away from the internet, you get away from your phone, you get away from all that bullshit, because it's all bullshit. Technology used to be a thing to help humans, you know, tools to innovate blah, 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 blah. But now it's just bogged everything down. You know, social media used to be a way to connect with friends and family. Now it's just a way to fucking, it's just basically an advertisement. That's all it is. So it all was pure at one point, and then it turned into garbage. So, I don't know. I mean, I think you didn't you say you fell out of you fell off the gaming sphere, and you took a break and then you came back and then it worked, and quite frankly I don't think that would work for me. I mean, unless there were one good game that came out, and I don't think that's possible. I mean, quite frankly, I mean, you know, it's been 10 years, and I mean, we haven't played one good game in 10 years. Hell, Alan Wake 1 wasn't.
Snurf super chatted $10.
Oh.
Any complain about the Game Pass buffet when it's $10 for 700 games with a higher
I don't want to play any of them.
Score than Nintendo?
Who cares?
You innovate the Ips only
See,
on
you guys are
Xbox.
lining up to the buffet. I don't care. Why would I subscribe to a service? I don't want the food at the buffet. I do not care what's on the buffet. Not lining up to the buffet to consume. You guys are consumers. I don't care. Name one good game. They do not make video games anymore. What about that don't you understand? You want to see the facts? I'm not putting the facts up on the screen because you're not going to listen. You don't care. The output of all of these studios has declined. You're not getting it. They don't make video games anymore. What's there to be excited about? Alan Wake 2, that took 13 years to come out. It requires a 4090 essentially to run properly. Or at least a 40 series GPU. So I don't know what to tell you. The industry doesn't favor innovation. It favors what is a guaranteed success. So they look back at what's already worked and they just replicate that. They copy it. They remake it. They remaster it. What is there to be excited about? You know, it's like, well, Michael, you can make that argument. What about GTA 6? And it's like, no, I don't think I can. I really don't. I already said GTA 6 is going to be as revolutionary as GTA 3. You don't believe me? I don't care. Just wait. When the trailer does drop, whenever that is, you'll see. You'll see. GTA 5 is a PS3 game. We're 3 generations ahead of that. If you really don't think it's going to bring something new to the table, then I don't know what to tell you. And if it doesn't, well, then I'm done. There's no reason to continue playing video games. To me, it's just odd how some people can't grow out of these things. To me, that's a little odd. I'm not an anti-gamer, but it's just like, you know, as I'm getting older, I just don't care anymore about them. You know, I'm not jumping up and down for the next release. If they release the PS6, it's not like it was back in the day where I was jumping up and down for it. Because guess what? There's no software that's innovative. I don't give a shit about hardware. Hardware is so fucking boring. You have to be young and dumb to give a shit about hardware. Hardware for nothing. No software, no services, nothing compelling, no enticing experiences to utilize the hardware in a way that makes sense. That doesn't sell. It doesn't do anything for me. So, I'm out. You know, what was the point of buying the Quest 3? Well, I wanted to show it to you guys. That's it. There's no software for that. Not one damn game. What's the point in buying it? I mean, at least it's backwards compatible. I'll say that about it. Unlike PSVR 2, I couldn't imagine buying that. Because the PSVR 2, wow. You got to have a PS5. That's $500 right there. And then the PSVR 2 headset, how much was that? It was more than the PS5, so about $550. So you spent altogether over $1,100, if not even more, just for the hardware alone. And then you topple on the software that you have to buy because it's not backwards compatible. And it's like, Jesus Lord. It's ridiculous. And it's not like there's compelling games.
It's over.
It's not like there's compelling games.
Fable La Punisher super chatted $4.99. Once Rockstar touches down and steps forward with GTA 6, then we will understand what modern day tech can truly usher.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
Yeah,
talking
I don't
$2
think people are getting it. They looked at the leaked footage and they thought, oh, that looks like GTA 5, 2.0. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, that's just fucking alpha footage. It's not a finished product. It's not going to be similar to GTA 5. You know, this notion that Rockstar doesn't give a shit about single-player players, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Because Red Dead Redemption 2 came out 5 years ago. So they just stopped caring after Red Dead 2? That doesn't make sense. Red Dead Redemption 2 proved that on a technical level, they could still do it. So that's all that matters. You might disagree with the story, the writing, the characters, what have you, but on a technical level, for the most part, and I do have problems with Red Dead, I'm not a fucking fanboy, but on a technical level, it proved that they could still go. And when you think of GTA 6, their bread and butter, their flagship franchise, the franchise that, you know, put the company on the fucking map, it's a multi-billion-dollar game now. You really think they're going to fuck that up? There's no way. There's not a damn chance. So I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, you guys are just haters.
It's over.
You guys are just haters.
M0, 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 M super chatted $5. I do agree with disconnecting from technology. I get into patterns of using the web/media/game and total disconnection, and I balance between those two.
Well, when I was in LA and we were busy streaming, I barely used the internet. I didn't have time, and I didn't care. Because that was a totally different world, you know? There's two worlds. There's really two worlds. I'm not trolling. I know this sounds like some weird fucking shit, like tinfoil hat crap, but it's like there's just two worlds. There's people that live on the internet, they're terminally online. And to me, that is just so boring. It's just a waste. I mean, 35 years ago, the internet really didn't exist like it is today. This is all new stuff. It really is. It's all new stuff. 35 years ago, what was that? That was like 1990 whatever, 1985, I don't know. 1989, whenever. 40 years ago, the internet wasn't a thing. I mean, it existed, but not like it is today. Humans weren't meant to socialize like this 24/7. That's absurd. Now, sure, back in the day, you could write letters, and that's how, you know, the telephone and stuff like that, but it's like no one was terminally online with the telephone. You know, they weren't just glued to their telephone. And even if they were, you still have to communicate. You can't type. There's no texting. And, you know, when you sent a letter through the mail to communicate with someone, you had to think out what you wrote because there was no instantaneous thing. Guys, I'm a boomer, okay? I'm done. I'm done with the technology, and I don't resonate with anyone in here that agrees with the technology being good or that the technology is bettersome to their existence, because it's not. It's the devil. It's Satan. Fuck it. That's what it's become, okay? Quite frankly, that's what it's become. Get outside, get on the fucking train in LA and experience the sights and, quite frankly, the smells and the life, and it's a totally different fucking world. There's no internet down there, buddy. I'm done. I'm done with the internet. It's boring. It's so boring. I've been on it for my whole life. It's fucking boring. I'm out. I'm done. Okay? You don't get it. I don't understand how people can take the realities of life and start. Why are you wasting time on the internet? Why are you playing video games? Fuck it all. It's trash. Get off it. It really is, and you know I'm right. You know I'm fucking right. I'd rather make a movie and put it in theaters. That's what I'd rather do. I don't know what to tell people, but I'm you know, you're not listening, so it doesn't matter. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm done. I don't need to see another video game ever again. I could sell my PS5 right now, sell my Series X, all of the games. I don't care. It's all garbage. I just don't care. I'm done. I have waited time and time again to play one good game, and it doesn't exist, so I'm out. What do you want me to tell you? I'm done. I'd rather watch a movie. If I wanted to be entertained, I'd rather watch a movie. It's respected. It's a respected medium. You know, It's not all fake. I mean, it is, but it's not. Compared to games, games is just, games is fake. I mean, you're looking at pixels on the screen. It's virtual. A movie's not necessarily 100% virtual. Those actors are real people on the screen for the most part. It's just like, I don't get it. I'm done. I'm done. You guys don't care about quality of games anymore. You want to line up to the buffet and consume. Okay, well, I'm not going to argue about it then. You do you. I just don't care anymore. Whatever. I mean, I'm preloading Alan Wake. We'll play it tomorrow. Okay, well, what do you want me to say? It's going to be the same game that we just played. It says Spider-Man 2. You roam around, fight enemies that move on the map. Cool. The best part of Spider-Man 2 was what I just played last night, the side missions, because you were actually doing different gameplay mechanics. It felt like a totally different... I'm not even trolling. It felt like a totally different game. That mission with Howard, where you're sitting down at first with Howard, and he says, take my birds somewhere else. Let them at peace, or something like that. And, you observe the Statue of Liberty and stuff, and then you come back and he passes away. Way better than that normie-ass garbage slop that the main storyline is and the main campaign is. Oh, Lord. It's really a totally different game. And I wish they would rather make that game, where every mission's unique and different, and it's not just fight enemies that move on the screen. Oh, my God. Because that's the whole campaign. You just do the same mission over and over and over again. Fight enemies that move on the screen. Fight enemies that move on the screen. Cool. Seen it, done it before. No different than games that came out in the 70s. Literally. So, the spray paint mission was actually very enthralling. It's like, okay, we're utilizing the hardware here. We're shaking the controller, utilizing the DualSense features. I thought it was pretty innovative. The Grandpa mission was a little different too. The Peter Parker flashback mission was cool. This is a better game. Those side missions are a lot. There's only 6 of them though, so there's only 6 side missions. The rest of the game's trash. Normie garbage. Same mission on repeat. Fight Kraven's goons for 12 hours straight. Oh, and then guess what? Kraven comes to his demise. Spoiler alert. And, then it switches up the enemies. Oh, it's the same game, though. It's literally the same thing. I've done the mission over and over and over again. Well, might as well work at McDonald's. Because guess what? The same order is going to come through and you got to make the hamburger. Okay, we're doing the same thing. Why would I want to play a video game then? It's the same thing. You're doing the same repetitious tasks. Why would I want to play a video game? Ask yourself that. That's a waste of time. Maybe Jack Thompson wasn't wrong. I mean, would you let your kids play Manhunt 2? Would you let your kids play GTA? Because if so, I don't know if I agree. Quite frankly, I don't know if I agree. I wouldn't. Would you let your kids play GTA 6 the moment it comes out? You wouldn't. But you want to say that games aren't... no, that's not true. You're a product of your environment. And if someone who isn't mentally stable plays these violent video games, because that's all you do in these games, is just roam around and eliminate things that move on the screen in violent manners, it's just not healthy. Sorry, it's not healthy. Now, granted, there are exceptions and there are games that don't do that, but the AAA scene is just all that. They fantasize, they romanticize rather violence, they romanticize guns, it's bad. It's bad. It's terrible. It's terrible for the youth. I'm not even trolling. It's bad. I would not if I had kids, I would not let them play those terrible games. No. There's no benefit. There's no benefit. That doesn't make sense. Every game is bad. You're just doing bad things in games. Name one game. It's terrible. It's really bad. Call of Duty. It's romanticized. What are you doing in that game? You're doing bad things in that game. They want you to be, we're in love with weapons and guns. And
It's over.
What in the fuck, man? Society is so fucked.
M0M0M0M0M super chatted $5. Michael is currently leaving Plato's cave and chat can't handle the reality of the situation.
Well, they're not my
TV
age.
inventor
They're not my age. They're gonna
experienced the
eventually
same
have this
stress,
wake up call where they
warning
say, "Yeah, this
sign,
shit was a waste of time.
warning sign.
It is time to move on." And you know, they think I'm trolling, but I'm not. Would you really let your kid play GTA 6? Because I don't think you're that great at parenting then. Now, granted, that's my opinion. You know, you could see it differently. Okay, well, we'll have to agree to disagree. But you can't make the argument that the AAA scene is healthy for someone that is, it's just not healthy. I mean, look at Fortnite. Look at Fortnite even. You know, Fortnite is a game for the youth. And what are you doing in that game? It's no different than Call of Duty. Oh, they don't have blood and gore, so therefore, you know, it's okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. Now, granted, there are exceptions, and there are games that are a lot more healthy to play. But when you just do the same thing over and over in a violent manner, and these games are getting more photorealistic than ever, so quite frankly, this argument, I would say holds more ground now than ever. Because the games are more photorealistic than they ever were before. They're more lifelike. So, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And it's different than watching a movie. It really is. It's different than watching a movie because a movie you're not interacting with the movie. You see, in a game you're interacting with it. And they become more immersive than ever. And that's an objective fact. They've become more immersive than ever. Okay, with the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers, it's sickening. It's disgusting. It really is. It's bad. I'm not even trolling. It's when you really think about it, like it is. It's not. You can't argue it's a good thing. Oh, it helps with, you know, the counter argument of this is, oh, it helps with reflexes and hand and eye coordination. Getting outside and playing football helps with that. I mean, get the fuck up out of here with that shit. Didn't help me. Didn't help me with that stuff, so. Video games are good and healthy, by the way. Yeah, no, they're not. Now, granted, there are exceptions. Go play Rocksmith. You know, you'll learn how to fucking play an instrument. There you go. That's one right there. That's not really a game, though. It's a learning software tool. So, there's one game right there. Video games died in 1996, 5, something like that. I'm not even trolling. I look, if you disagree, then yeah, we're not on the same page. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You can't argue that the games aren't violent. They are violent by definition. You are wrong. Now, you can argue, does it have an impact on someone? Well, that's dependent on the recipient. But you can't sit there and say that video games are inherently violent. They are. You're exposing someone to just constant, repetitious violence, repetitious gore, blood, guns, weapons. No! It's shit. It's Satan. That's the devil trying to get into your world. The fuck, man? And you let it happen. You let it come on in. Whatever. Whatever. How do you disagree? I mean, I literally cannot see the chat. It's blurry. How do you disagree, though? I mean, I can see it moving. But I have to get a lot closer to really see what's being said. And I know you're disagreeing. Oh, Michael, you're so damn wrong. There's been studies that say that doesn't... No. No, no, no. Has there been recent studies? Because if not, then the argument's invalid. Oh, there's been studies 10 years ago, 15 years ago. The games are more photorealistic now than ever. They're more immersive now than ever. Come on.
God of Frogs super chatted
Come on, buddy.
£5. Sphere Hunter told me she don't love and it's so sad. She also told me that it's normal to scissor my fireman Sam off.
No.
It's truly over. How do we...
Shut up! Go to bed. Let's get a job together. Jeez. Michael is trolling. Well, I mean, you know, if that's the security blanket you got to put up because you're insecure about your hobby, you know, you just can't let it go from your childhood. You're like, oh, the nostalgia. I remember playing this game. I love video games. I grew up with video games. Guys, it's time to move on. You know, there were people that were in the emo phase 25 years ago, whenever it was, 15 years ago. They're no longer in the emo phase. You're going to grow, you're going to age, you're going to mature. Your stances on things are going to change. It's just how it is. I don't know what to tell you. But you cannot make the argument, and I'm so sorry, you just cannot make the argument that exposing someone to the violent video games is a good thing. How is it a good thing? Let's pretend like, you know, how is it a good thing? Hand and eye coordination, that's the only thing you got. Oh, there's been studies done. The science disagrees, Michael. No, 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 no. We're not getting into the science here, okay? Because, again, those studies are old, so they're invalid, okay? Because the games have gotten more realistic, more photorealistic, more immersive. Look at the VR games, bro. You think that's healthy? Get the VR away. Don't do the VR stuff, okay? That's not healthy either. Now you're just trying to simulate a fantasy world that is extremely unhealthy. Because that's what video games have been trying to do forever. So now what you're doing in the VR headset is you're trying to emulate the fantasy world. So
Patrick Bateman super chatted €5.
Lord.
The gaming industry needs to crash. The soy latte pronoun lazy millennial devs need to go flip burgers or F off to Twitter for good. I'm done. Front-facing baby chick. Front-facing
It's over.
baby chick. Clinking
It's
beer
over.
mugs. Clinking beer mugs.
It's over. Well, back in the 90s, they said Marilyn Manson was a Satanist, and that if you listen to Marilyn Manson, you would start believing in, you know, devil worshiping and all of that stuff. And it's like, no, I disagree. I think, you know, video games are way worse than that. Video games are way worse than that. Because not only are they immersive now, more so than now than ever, you know, they can be addicting. Okay. I just don't understand how it's healthy to. I just don't understand how people can defend the AAA scene. I mean, I'm sure there's independent games, there's learning games, there's tons of software out there, but the AAA space is all the same. Look at the top 5 rated games and tell me are they not violent? They are violent. They're violent video games. That's all it is. Top seller every time, outside of Mario.
It's over.
They're violent video games. Top 5 PS5 games, violent video games. Top 5 Series X games, violent video games. Okay.
Super chatted $5. Games used to have a ton of genres, including non-violent and educational titles.
That's what I'm saying.
It all turned into slaughter simulators with more and more immersion.
Yeah. And people will defend that and say, oh, you know, look at me, Michael. I played those games 24/7, and it was an escapism for me, and it helped me deal with the real world, and I'm fine. Well, that's your perspective. You know, and again, you grew up with games that had shitty graphics. Today, they're very different. I mean, you got the DualSense trying to fucking emulate feeling in your hand. It's terrible.
It's over.
And it's only going to get worse as they get more photorealistic, pushing the ray tracing, pushing the real-time reflections,
Sugar
all of this
Cookie
crap.
Super chatted $4.99.
Sugar Cookie!
Mackle, are you cosplaying the people in line dressed like that from the Spider-Man bug?
Exactly.
World class. She
That's
loves
what
and
we're
it's
talking
still
about.
sad.
That's what we're talking about. Well, no one cared when I showed that either. No one cared when I showed that either. And quite frankly, let me just say this. The Batman games that came out 10, 15 years, whenever those games came out, a long time ago, those are weird games, okay? Those are weird games. A lot of the women in those games need more clothing on them.
It's over.
And those are supposed to, Batman's not rated R, right? I mean, he is now, but back then he wasn't. So,
sincere release of the PS5 and Series 10 Plus ad switched to that date. I went through every console exclusive. Nintendo had the lowest user score, PlayStation had the highest score by 1.2.
What are you talking
Switch
about?
Had no new whips, Xbox and PS had
Okay,
one.
but if you have a kid and your wife says she doesn't want video games in the house and you disagree, well, you're a loser. Okay, you're the loser. She's not the loser. You're the loser. Okay? It's as simple as that. If your wife says the video games could have potentially a negative impact, then it needs to get out of the house. Okay, it's that simple. It's that simple. But you got man-children in here that will defend these fucking games for some strange reason. You don't work in the industry. These devs don't give a shit about you. Okay? It's time to just get it. Get it through the skull that these games are not healthy. And, there are exceptions, sure. But like that one guy said, that was back in the 90s when they did educational software. Okay? They don't do that anymore because it doesn't sell. Now it's all about Call of Duty, pew, pew, pew. Things are moving on the screen. How is that healthy? You cannot argue that. You cannot argue that it has a healthy impact. And with GTA 6 coming out, if Rockstar says it's just not good, it's not healthy, because it's now more photorealistic than ever before. Everything's more realistic. You don't understand?
Preach Mackle, we need more soulful games like Death Stranding over demonic stuff
Exactly.
like RE4 to make trash chilled by literal demons like Chill Hunter. Amen.
Well, they're not listening. We tried to tell them that the cracks were starting to show, and they're not listening. They're not listening. These people in here will defend video games as if their life depends on it. Well, that's why you're, maidenless. I don't know what to tell you. When are you going to grow up and realize that these games are not healthy for today's youth? Okay, it's just not. Call of Duty is number one. Why? What are you doing in Call of Duty? No, that's not healthy. It's more realistic, more immersive now than ever. So as such, it's worse than it was in the PS2 era. When those arguments were coming up. Oh, Mortal Kombat. Oh, that's, brutal. And it's like, yeah, this is bad. There are games that I literally have played on stream and I thought, man, this is not good. Why are we playing this? Who fucking thought of this shit? Like, you have to be a Satan worshiper to think of something so fucking demonic and something so fucking evil. And they did it with passion, too. They need to seek Jesus. But you don't care, do you? You don't care. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. If you enjoyed today's stream, let's go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you so kindly. We got a lot of new members. The community has stepped up and very supportive. We do appreciate that. So we have more members now than viewers. So if you are wondering why you are a member, it's because we've had a lot of people come in here and gift a bunch of memberships, and we do appreciate that so much. So thank you so kindly for helping grow the community. And as such, we are now... well, we have a lot of fucking members. I'll say that. Holy shit. Unbelievable. So, it's cool to see some new people pop up in here. But some people might be wondering, why do I have a membership? I didn't member up. Well, you got gifted a membership. So if you're wondering why you're a member, that's why. Basically, everyone in here is a member, although there's still a lot of people in here that aren't members, and it's like, well, I don't know how you didn't get picked because we have more members than viewers. So I'm not sure how that works, but she don't love and it's so sad. 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 Yeah, but I've already asked this question before and you didn't answer. Okay? I'm not going to ask it again. Because you're not listening. So you're telling me if you get married, you have kids, you're going to really let them play GTA 6? At what age do you think it's appropriate for someone to play GTA 6? I'm going to say 25 and up. I'm going to say 25 and up because according to the science, the brain isn't full. This is from the science, okay? You want to start talking about science and fact. Well, let's bring the science and fact in here, buddy, okay? Because the brain isn't fully developed until the age of 25. So therefore, 25 and up in order to play GTA 6. That's my opinion. Disagree with it. I don't care. You think Manhunt is great to society? Why do you think they don't make Manhunt anymore? Because Rockstar knew it was a bad Satan demonic game, okay? It's not hard to understand. No one wants to play that shit. You had people on the internet defending Manhunt and saying, oh, it's a great game. How the fuck is that a great game? You're literally simulating terrible, heinous things. And that's a great game. Okay, buddy. You know, just make it make sense. I mean, these people are crazy. They're Satan worshipers. I mean, you have to be evil to think that those games are good. Especially Manhunt 2 on the Wii. You're literally, I'm not even going to get into it, but it's just like, you know what? Yeah, they made great points back in the day when they were arguing that this game, but you know, I was young and dumb. I didn't give a shit. I thought, wow, these boomers are trying to cancel games. No, but now it's starting to make sense. It's starting to click.
M0, 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 M Super Shattered $5. The consumer gamers are digital serial killers addicted to their bloodlust and they refuse to acknowledge the sad reality of their messed up situation.
Well, it's just not healthy. I mean, you're in front of that garbage 24/7. Oh man. The technology was pure and wholesome at one point, and then now it's just become a burden for millions of people online. It's an epidemic, and they just can't get outside of the basement. And let me ask you this. I mean, if you guys are married in here or if you have a special someone, I mean, how did you guys meet? Please don't tell me it's through the fucking internet because I ain't going to believe that shit. Okay, you went out to the bar and you met. Or, you know, you went out to this occasion and, you know, the stars aligned. That's what happened. You didn't meet through the internet. And if you did, eventually it had to come to a point in time where you grew up and you got out of the basement and you met in real life. So eventually the internet had to get out of the equation. The technology had to get out of the equation for that to come together, right? Yes, that's right. Because you have to be physically... This is a physical device in front of me in order to be on the internet. That's how low-tech we are in 2023. And in order for a relationship to work, you can't put that physical device in front of you because she's going to tell you that I'm done. Okay? It's as simple as that. So in order for the relationship to work, you do have to grow up. You think Tony Hawk would have been successful if you were on the fucking internet? No. Okay? He was out there riding the damn skateboard in the skate park. He wasn't talking about skateboarding on the internet. He wasn't doing videos about skateboarding on the internet. He was out there doing the skateboarding stuff. Oh, that doesn't exist, Michael. That's a thing in the 80s. Bullshit. There's plenty of skateboarding competitions. Get the fuck up out of here. I'm done. It's these weird doomer boomer losers. They say, oh, I missed the midnight launches. I remember going to GameStop in 2009. Hey, buddy, guess what? You can still go to fucking GameStop and still do the midnight launch thing, but you don't want to get outside of your parents' fucking basement. I'm done. It's like they just see the world in a weird way where it's like, oh, it's so different now. And it's like, no, it's not. It's the same. Just because you're enthralled with technology 24/7 and you're clinically online or terminally online, rather, doesn't mean that everyone else is. Jeez. So how am I wrong about any of what we said? This is coming from a gamer. This is coming from someone who has played a lot of the games that have released over the years. And, you know, we've been with games for a long, long time. But if video games weren't in the household, then maybe we would have turned out differently, quite frankly. Because video games are essentially a clutch. We have a problem, we run to video games instead. We don't want to do the homework, we run to video games instead. It's not a solution. It's not a solution. But yeah, let's defend video games in here. You know, let your kid play GTA 6, by the way. You know, oh, they're going to turn out fine. Well, that's bad parenting. Sorry. I disagree. I wouldn't be friends with you in real life. You're going to let your kid play GTA 6? Yeah, I'm not doing it. Wouldn't agree. Or GTA Online right now. You letting your kid play GTA Online right now? Tuh. I disagree. That's bad. That's terrible. They say terrible things in those GTA Online lobbies. And plus, all you're doing in that game is just terrible things. Horrible. It's time to find Jesus. Because the devil's got a hold of you. You guys worship these AAA violent video games that just... It's a portal to hell. Really what it is. You're inviting Satan into your home. And it's not good. You know, you romanticize about the blood, the gore, the death. You get desensitized to it. It's quite frankly sickening. It's a terrible industry. It's a terrible industry. I'm not even trolling. I am done. I am done. I am done. I've matured. I've grown out of it. I don't care. I'm done. I can see it on the other side now. And it's relieving. I can't defend games like Manhunt anymore. Hell no. Oh, it's just entertainment. It's just, yeah, but you're not understanding. You're not getting it. It's an interactive medium. You interact with the pixels on the screen. It's not like a fucking movie. Sure, bad movies can be influenced, you know, but you're not interacting with the movie. You don't, pick where the actor goes in the scene, okay? You're not the director. You're not Scorsese. Okay? When you play Manhunt 2, especially on the Wii, you're reenacting shit. And that was the argument back then, 15 years ago. They were trying to ban it. And I thought, wow, how could they? Jack Thompson's a loser. He's a boomer. He's this, he's that. Well, he wasn't wrong. It's time to apologize. And now games are more realistic than ever. In every aspect. And you say, well, that's not influencing the youth. It certainly is, and it's certainly not doing any good. If the video games have to be in the household, well, make sure they're good games. Okay? It's not that hard. Buy Rocksmith. You know, at least you're learning a real skill there. Jesus. It's not harmful. Now, there could be songs in there that are not necessarily pleasant, but, just don't buy the DLC. I don't know. It's not hard. Stick with Nintendo games. A lot of the Nintendo games are baby games. That's what I would stick with. Don't get your kid a PS5 or a Series X. That's the devil. You're inviting the devil in. Because guess what the most popular games are? They're mature. M for mature. They're not supposed to be playing. That's why they have the rating board. We love video games. 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 We love video games.
We love video.
I mean, you might as well just start chanting like that because the devil's got a hold of you, buddy. Consume the violence. That's what you want to do every week. Every week when there's a brand new release, you want to consume the next latest and greatest shit show. Sad. Sad. No, you might as well start chanting because, I mean, you're basically, you're in a trance. How am I wrong? How am I wrong? You know I'm right. Well, I'm going to link studies, Michael. I am actually doing my research and you're just spouting nonsense. It's called common sense, sweetheart. Okay, it's called common sense. And your wife would agree. Your wife would agree. Okay. She would, believe me. But of course, you don't have a wife. But if you did have a wife, she would agree. I mean, go ask your mother about violent video games. Sure, she would tell you. And it's worse now than ever. It's really worse now than ever because the games have gotten so realistic, so immersive, and everything is online, so you're interacting with other demonic people. Not good. Not good. I'm serious. I'm not trolling. I wish I were. I mean, I wish I were. It's funny because you guys disagree, but some of you guys are in your 30s. I know. Some of you guys are in your 30s. And it's bewildering to me how you don't get on the same page as me, how you don't understand it, how you can't see it this way. You work at the factory and you use games to escape. There's many other things. We could do a crossword puzzle if you want to talk about hand and eye coordination. There's better things to do than sit around and escape in these virtual fantasies and do these heinous things in these games that glorify violence and the blood and gore and the just terrible things. Oh, but Michael, I'm mature. You see, I can differentiate the reality from fiction. Okay. But where would you have gone if the video games weren't in the household? Well, we don't know. It's a what-if scenario, right? We don't know. What if the video games weren't in the household? You might have picked up an instrument and you might have been the next fucking Beatles. Huh? Well, you'll never know because you were sitting around playing Call of Duty 24/7 and upgrading your fucking stats. Guess we'll never know. And I see people spamming. They don't want to have this conversation. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Name one good game. I'm waiting. Name one good game. Yeah, we'll play Alan Wake 2 tomorrow. We'll play it so you don't have to. I'm downloading it right now. I mean, it's going to be the same old thing. Enemies that move on the screen. Ooh. Jeez, we've never done that before. Wow, I mean, we just did it 13 years ago. The game is bringing literally nothing new to the table. And yet, let's just praise Remedy for doing the same game that they did 13 years ago. Oh, you got 2 playable protagonists now and better graphics. Okay. Doesn't make a good game. Pac-Man's considered a classic. What's the pixel density on Pac-Man?
Over.
It's terrible. Fuck you mean?
M0 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 M super chatted $10. The eye is the window of the soul, constantly inundating your soul with this brutal heinous evil stuff and simulating slaughter has consequences. The dopamine addicted gamers refuse the truth here. Warning sign.
Well, I'm literally a gamer, so I'm coming from that side. I was on that side that you guys were in, and I'm just bored of it, so I'm getting out of it. It's as simple as that. I'd rather be homeless on Hollywood Boulevard than ever play a video game again. I mean, that's just the simple reality of it. And I know that ain't going to resonate with anyone in here, but it's just like, wow. We can smell the sights and sounds of the street. You're around people all the time. Way more healthy than being online all day. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, why do we communicate through the internet? It's not like we live in a world where we can't travel. We can travel. So why are we communicating through the internet? It's a clutch. That's what it is. There's something in the way, like Kurt Cobain said. So it's ridiculous. And that's why Mark Zuckerberg is saying, hey, what if we could just make it more like real life? You know, people look at the metaverse and they say, this is some, they're scared of it. They're like, oh, wow, this is too creepy. It's uncanny valley. And it's like, no, what they're doing is they're using the technology to make it more like real life. How would you be against that? Because right now it's just fake. It's fake. Text on a screen. That's how we communicate through the internet, through the World Wide Web. Text on a screen. This is garbage. Where's the technology? We should all be seeing each other in real time in a virtual space. Seeing someone's real face. That's how it should be. This is so primitive. So the ideas are there. It's just the execution isn't. It's not going to be there until about 45 years from now. And by then, you'll just start to see the early stages of it. You use the internet to primarily communicate with people. Well, how do you make that better? You just emulate real life. What if we can go into this virtual space and you can see the person you're talking to just as if they were in real life? There you go. And quite frankly, I think that would help. Because if you could see someone face to face and look in their eyes and talk to them and it looks as if they're a real person, this is going to help people. Is it not? So I don't know why people are against the metaverse and that whole concept, because quite frankly, way more helpful than it currently is and currently sits today with this 2D instant message garbage, whatever the hell this is. This is crazy that we're living like this still, because the internet really hasn't evolved since 1998. It's the same internet. How long ago was that? 30 years almost. It's the same internet. So for 30 years, we haven't progressed. What about another 30 years from now? Well, maybe we'll just get started. Maybe we'll just get started. It's not, we're not talking about a full virtual world. We're talking about mixed reality. That's the future of life. That is the future. It really is. Because quite frankly, it's better. You're still in the real world, but you don't have to be physically attached to something. And eventually it's going to be in the head. They're going to put the chip in your brain, and it's just going to be all within your vision. It's just going to be in there. Now, this might not happen for another 250 years or something, but eventually it'll come. You know, that's the Neuralink stuff, I believe, that Elon Musk was talking about. No more physical devices to access any of that stuff. It's just right there within your, you think of it and it works. That's literally that's the end goal. But in this lifetime, it probably won't happen. But if we can sort of get there or make a step forward in that direction, then I don't see how that's a bad thing. I mean, as long as people can come together in a more authentic way, I think that's good. But playing anonymous user on the internet and communicating that way, that's terrible, okay? Why does video conferencing, why does that exist? Why are we able to, this is what they've wanted to do for years. You have FaceTime. That's what it's called. You see someone face to face. You interact with them in real life. You see their expressions, their emotions. But it still isn't the same because it's a video. Now, if we can get more realistic and put it in a 3D environment and you could see someone's body language and, it's just a totally different ballgame. But you guys aren't ready for that conversation yet, are you? Just type it in, Metaverse, Mark Zuckerberg. They've done a demonstration. It looks insane. And quite frankly, I think that's what this society needs. The society needs that. We got to get these basement dwellers out of the house. And it's like, what if they were forced to communicate like that? Face to face, eyeball to eyeball. Well, I think a lot of people would crumble. Because a lot of people can't look someone in the eyes when they talk. I can, but, they're going to have to look at this, and they might not want to look at it, so,
She doesn't love. It is so sad. She doesn't love. It is so sad.
And not only that, well, I'm not going to get into it. There was another thing that I was going to say about modern gaming, but I'm not getting into that. I'm not going down that road. But just know that the violent video games thing is still, it's worse now than ever. Let's just put it that way. It literally is worse now than ever. People will defend it in here, too. People in here have said that they have children and that they're married, and it's like, how can you defend this? You need to open up your mind and expand, because that's not right. Ask your wife right now. Ask your wife right now. Should we let little Johnny play GTA 6? Well, the answer is no. There's no way she's going to say yes. Now, if little Johnny's 18, he can make that decision for himself. But nothing good can come out of that. And yet we have parents that just, they don't monitor. They don't, no moderation, nothing. Just don't have a care in the world. And it's like, it's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. Well, I'd rather have my son, Michael. Hell, I'm a parent. I got experience, Michael. I'd rather have my son playing them games than being out on them streets doing stupid shit. And it's like, well, no one does that anymore. It's ridiculous. People will defend video games as if their life depends on it. And it's like, this is bad. It's all bad. I'm done with playing these games. They're all violent. They're all shooting. Guns. All highly detailed. Violent deaths. I mean, it's just terrible shit, man. Oh, we're telling a story. It's fiction. Yeah, we get that. But when has fiction ever come to an interactability point? It's never hit this point yet. This is the first time in ever where it's come to this emulating realism with this interaction level. It's never been to this point before, so you can't make that argument. Movies are different. You're watching, it's different because you're not interacting with the movie. You're not interacting with the movie. In VR especially, VR is not great because it potentially messes with your senses. There were times when I first put the VR headset on, I forgot that I was totally taken aback. Let's just put it that way. Kind of forgot where I was. That's not a good thing. Well, that didn't happen to me, Michael. That didn't happen to me. I'm going to defend video games until the day I die. Of course you are. But you could have been the next John Lennon. So instead of picking up the guitar, you decided to pick up the controller. Huh, what a terrible choice. You could have been the next John Lennon, and you didn't want to do it. Well, no, Michael, I couldn't have been the next John Lennon. You could have, but you didn't have the will, you didn't have the drive. All these excuses. Sad. Oh, man. Well, this is what happens when GTA 6 doesn't exist. I mean, we're just out here kind of lost. Games industry's dead. What do you want me to say? I played all the new releases. They're terrible. Woke themes in every game. Shoving that down your throat, too. Propaganda. Violent video games. But let's praise it, let's praise it. Well, gaming's actually the best it's ever been, Michael. It's objectively good. Just get up out. Yeah, I'm a doomer. I'm jaded. I'm a boomer. I'm done. I'd rather pick up a skateboard in my 30s than fucking play a video game. It's just, there's no future in skateboarding, but we can lose some pounds and, fun to ride around the board, not do tricks or anything because we don't need injuries. But, that's more fun than, it's just like, bro, there's just so much more you could do. Make a movie with your friends. I don't know. Just do something. Quit playing video games. Go outside and throw a football or something. That's hand-eye coordination. Fuck video games. I'm making a new website, and it's called fuckvideogames.com. I'm done. A former gamer woke up and smelled his ass, and it wasn't pretty. And, we'll list why they're bad. It's not hard. I can't believe people use games to escape. It's the opposite for me. I'd rather be on the train. Be on the streets. That's the video game for me. It's the opposite. So you guys want to escape into a digital world? Why? What's so bad about your life? What happened? You guys are living well. You can't stand her? Then you don't need to come to the show. You need to work out that relationship. Till death do us part, right? You're married. Huh. Well, don't escape and run to this show. Because that's a clutch. Just like games are. Sorry for spitting facts, but it's just like, well. Anyone hear that new Green Day song? Woo! Oh, Lord. Oh, that new Green Day song is, it's time to wrap it up. I think the band should retire. Oh. Hell, everything sucks. Everything's boring. What do you want me to tell you? Everything sucks and everything is boring. Nothing is as good as it once was. Even music isn't the same. The bands that were once good aren't good anymore. They fell off. They got too old. They're living in the past. Movies don't hit the same either. It's all theme park movies, with a few exceptions here and there. Video games, we all know those are terrible. Well, what's good? The entertainment business has crashed. It's over. There's nothing good. We've already heard the best. We've already seen the best. We've already played the best. It's time to move on. What is keeping you from doing something else with your time? You could pick up an instrument. You could learn that. There's just many other things you could do that are fun and engaging and, help motor skills instead of playing violent video games. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Now, if you're playing an educational piece of software or Rocksmith, learning how to play the guitar, there's a difference there. But those aren't the top seller games. We know that. So what are you doing? You could pick up a dictionary. Eminem used to read from the dictionary. That's how he became a better rapper. You could read the dictionary instead. Hell, I might do that. Imagine if you actually read the dictionary for the rest of your life. I mean, you'd be a wizard. You'd be a fucking wizard. I mean, there's some people that memorize the Bible. What if you memorize the dictionary? We'd be the next Albert Einstein. Oh my God. And you guys spend years in these games with these season passes, and you could be instead learning the dictionary and memorizing it. Oh my God. You would be so smart. But that's not fun, right? That doesn't fire off the dopamine in the brain. Sad. So you would rather play Call of Duty, huh? So sad. Shoot, motherfucker. I'm a gamer. More like, I'm a loser. I used to wear video game shirts in high school, and I was made fun of. And you know what? They deserved to make fun of me. What a loser I was. Thinking that video games were fucking cool. They're not. Look how far we've gotten with video games. Nowhere. Now, creating them's different. But if you're a blind consumer, I don't know what to tell you. She doesn't love, and it's so sad. She doesn't love, and it's so sad. She doesn't love, and it's so sad. She doesn't love.
It's over.
M0M0M0M0M super chatted $5. If the slop pig consumer went hiking and fishing, they may see it is the real 10/10ths game, but maybe their dopamine receptors.
See, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, some of these guys can't get out of this video game bullshit, and it's like, well, just look at real life as a video game, you know? Look at real life as the RPG, because some people do that. You know, when I'm doing IRL streams, they just keep saying NPC, NPC, and it's like, what the fuck does that even mean? You're a nerd. No one's saying that in real life. No one knows what an NPC is in real life. That's like video game shit. No one is an NPC. That doesn't even make sense. It's a non-playable character. The fuck does that even mean? You know, and it's just like, yeah, go fishing, go hiking, go smell the flowers or some shit, touch the fucking grass. You know, take a walk, take a jog. I don't fucking know. You could be improving the physical fitness. Listen to the gym teacher at school. Listen to the... But it's just not fun, is it? No, it's not. Well, when you get old and bored, you're going to realize that it's the way to go. But video games aren't. It's a dead end. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. The gamer girls don't exist. It's all fake. They're nothing but actresses, just like in the movies. You think these streamers really want to sit around and play these games? Doc doesn't even play modern Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone because guess what? That shit's depressing, you know? They don't want to play these fucking trash-ass games. No one does. So I don't know why the fuck they're even made. You know, I mean, if let's say 500 people buy a game, well, at $70, let's get that calculator out. Let's say 500 people buy the game, and that's a super, super low fucking number. Let's say, I mean, your game's a failure, but let's just pretend 500 people buy the game times 70. That's $430. Well, you're still homeless. Okay, well, let's crank it up to 50,000. 50,000 people buy your trash ass game. Let's say $70. Hold on, 5,000 times 70. Whoa! What the shit? How do you use the calculator? Maybe we need to practice on this. 5,000 times 70. So 50,000 people buy your trash-ass game for $70. That's $350,000. There you go. According to the math there, I don't think we did it right. But nonetheless, you know, But you know, you 50,000 people. That's not a lot of people. So if you can convince some 50,000 losers to play your trash-ass video game, well, I guess that's why they're made. Who's really going to buy Alan Wake 2? Probably about 50,000 people. But when you have all these QVC pushers, they love to shill the product. They think they're the next Billy Mays, but guess what? The Billy Mays charm isn't there. So you're not entertaining. You're a loser, okay? You talk into a microphone for 35 minutes to extend the watch time to put more ads on your video. You're a loser. And the only reason why you have viewers is because your viewers are down bad, okay? So these shills tomorrow are going to show Alan Wake 2, and it's going to be so sad. It's going to be so sad. At least Billy Mays was entertaining. You know, when he came on television, it was something to just watch. You know, it was so funny. It was so amazing to see someone so enthusiastic about the silly putty or whatever he was trying to push. And it was obvious he was just a salesman. But you have these fake gamers that come on here and they pretend to be the next Billy Mays, yet they have no charisma. And they have millions of subscribers. And you can't help but wonder why. Society is down so bad that they're so brainwashed, they'll watch nothing. So sad. So when the shilling begins, and it will tomorrow for Alan Wake 2, well, don't be surprised. It's going to be shilled to the moon and back. Game brings nothing new to the table, just like every other game. Name one good game this year that has actually thought outside the box, that has brought something new to the table. And don't say it's impossible. You're setting up roadblocks. You're setting up roadblocks. It's certainly possible, but guess what? These lazy millennial devs,
It's over.
they'd rather drink their soy latte at Starbucks.
Brando Vibes super chatted $5. You can train your brain to run on battery acid easily.
What?
She don't love and it's so sad. 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 She don't love. You know what game is great? I'm going to tell you a game that's great, okay? You want to know? You want to know so damn bad? You're not going to listen. Because when I tell you games that are great, you say they're trash. You immediately play contrarian because you came from 4Channel, okay? That's what they do over there. But you have to understand, folks. I'm going to tell you one great game, okay? You're going to disagree immediately. You're going to disagree immediately. Because you guys are fake gamers in here, okay? You want to know one good game? You want to know one good game? Oh, you guys are just really clamoring for this, aren't you? You want to know one good game? Here, get your pen and paper out. Get your pen and paper out and write this one down, okay? You want to know one good game? By the way, tell your mother I said hi. You look great in that lingerie. Okay? You're not listening! One good game. It's only on the PC. Okay? It's only on the PC. And you know what? I don't know if we should say it. I don't know if we should say it because guess what? You guys are not going to resonate. It's so sad, believe me, the saddest it's ever been. They're not going to resonate. Fake news. Shut your bitch ass up. I'm not telling you what it is. Because you guys are going to bully me and say that game's trash. So I'm not telling you what it is. I'm gatekeeping it. But chances are you might have played it. Shut up! I'll tell you what, if we hit 200, how many likes do we have? Please!
It's not showing me how many likes we have. The whole system is broke. How many likes do we have? We have two. If we hit 300 likes, we're going to tell you the one good game, okay? There's many good games, believe me, but we love to gatekeep. We've hit 300 likes, okay? We've hit 300 likes. So start listening. We've hit 300 likes. You want to know one good game? It's only on PC. Okay? Came out in the mid-2000s. It's only on PC. It came out in the mid-2000s. It's called One Good Game, okay? It's not called that, but that's what this segment is called, okay? One Good Game. Came out in the mid-2000s, exclusive for the PC.
It's over.
And just after this message right here from our sponsor, we'll tell you what it is.
Official Source Troy super chatted $5. Put down the controller and make your bed.
Yeah!
Troll demon. Stop being
Put the
anonymous
controller
online.
down!
Troll demon. Hit the gym. Diabetic bear. 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 Bear.
Put the
bear,
controller
bear,
down!
bear,
Otherwise,
bear,
you
bear.
gonna be a clown! She don't love! And that's the way it is! 'Cause you a gamer! Alright, we're gonna tell you the one good game. Mid-2000s, exclusive to the PC. Now that the fake fans have left, someone shared the link on V. Now that the fake fans have left, okay, we can start the show. The one good game, it's only on the PC, I believe, okay, not on console because, well, sometimes the consoles don't get the good games. Guess what it's called? Only on PC. Came out in the early 2000s. Drum roll. Early 2000s, only on PC. It's called The Movies. Yeah, a shitty tycoon game. But wait, there's more. So you can make your own movie in the shitty tycoon game. So you want to know one good game? The Movies. Type it in. You didn't play it. Just you down bad. Yeah, that's right, buddy. You down bad. And it's so sad. Now let me ask you this there, mister. Who let the damn simpleton out of the asylum? Start disagreeing and we're going to maybe ban. Okay? It's an echo chamber in here and you're going to have to kiss my foot. Because guess what? Not literally. But guess what? You got to agree over here, okay? We don't want negative Nancy's in here. We don't want people that are playing contrarian. The Movies on PC is objectively a good game. Nothing but 100% fact. If you disagree, you're wrong. It's as simple as that. If you disagree, you're wrong. The Movies is a fantastic experience. You can make your own movies literally within the game. Start your own production company. It's a fantastic game, but you guys weren't ready for that conversation. You see, I start talking about the games that are so fantastic, and you get off onto this Call of Duty shit. Quit playing Call of Duty! Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather. I don't know. That thing. That magic. You see it in the movies. I wanted to retire from what I was doing. Over a fucking decade. What is Rockstar doing? Where is GTA 6? You consumers said that you didn't want GTA 6 many, many years ago because you went out and you bought the shark card instead. So I can't blame Rockstar. When the cow's producing, you got to milk it. Duh, that's what the farmer does. Duh. And guess what? You consumers have dictated the future of Grand Theft Auto. And you said you didn't want Grand Theft Auto 6. You'd rather play that GTA Online. Oh, I'm having so much fun, Michael. I'm having so much fun. Shut up. Why are there so many people watching? You guys really excited for this GTA 6 stuff? Well, I am as well, but we're down bad out here today because we know it's not happening. And I can't get excited for the future of gaming when the industry is in the total shitter that it's in. Because without GTA 6, the industry is basically totally dead. So what's going to resurrect it? It's Rockstar Games. It's Rockstar North. The King of King is back on the thrones, motherfucker. And if you disagree, you're a fake gamer. But we don't know when that time is going to be, when the king gets back up on that fucking throne. So until then, we have to wait. And we have to play Alan Woke 2. How is it woke, Michael? Well, maybe just clean your bifocals and look at modern gaming and ask yourself, how is it not woke? Every game that comes out these days is pushing the agenda, shoving it down your throat, doesn't care about your beliefs. It's their way or the highway. Consume and love it. Oprah Winfrey coming through.
Super chatted $5.
What does that say?
GTA 6 will probably be online focused.
That's not true. That's not true. See, this guy's a fake gamer. I don't know what he's saying, but what he just said was totally unequivocally false, okay? I don't work at Rockstar, and I'm not pretending to have inside information. But what I can tell you is that if you really think that GTA 6 is going to be solely online focused, you have no idea. And you don't understand what makes Rockstar great, okay? 5 years ago, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, and that's with the success of GTA Online in mind. And they still put out one hell of a campaign. You see, Arthur Morgan came to his demise, and the player wanted revenge because they wanted to go after Dutch. Well, guess what? You want to see that? You play Red Dead Redemption 1. You're wrong so many. You're just so terribly wrong. Okay, believe me, you're so terribly wrong. It's going to be the best campaign you've ever seen, okay, unlike anything ever. Shut the fuck up, okay? You are damn wrong. Okay, I'm done with this shit. You're wrong. It's not going to be online focused. So shut up. Because it ain't true. It ain't true. How is it going to be online focused? They've never made a solely online game before. So now you're just suspecting it to be totally online. Get your head out of the toilet. Get your head out of the fucking toilet.
M0, 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 M super chatted $5. Same thing happened with Valve. They don't need to make good games on tight schedules because they can milk their slop pigs at their digital slop farm.
Well, I mean, look. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's just common sense, you know. You know, if you work at the grocery store and the bananas are always out of stock, you reorder more bananas. That's what the folks at home want. That's what you're going to, you're going to put a big sign up that says we got more bananas in stock because people are buying the bananas. Okay, well, that's what you put the focus on, the emphasis on, the advertising on, because guess what? That's what people are clamoring for. They want more of. So you have to blame the consumer. You can't blame Rockstar. You can't blame Rockstar for putting the layers here, the foundation there for the folks to come in and say, well, this is pretty fantastic. The consumers have dictated, the consumers have decided that they want GTA Online to stay. It's not Rockstar's decision, believe me, it's not. It's really not, okay? The consumers have made that decision many years ago, and as such, that is the way it is. So I don't blame Rockstar for milking GTA Online when it wasn't their decision, believe me. It wasn't their decision. The consumers came in, they put their foot down, and they said, we like it here. And as such, they continued to develop for the last 10 years GTA Online, and it's so great, believe me. Mask up. Mask up, my friend. Mask up. Mask up, my friend. I'm not the only one. Oh, I'm not the only one. Oh, I'm not the only one. Oh, I'm not the only one. Mask up. Mask up again. He's got COVID again. Mask up, 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 mask up. Name the song. You know, you want to claim to be such a Nirvana fan. Oh, Kurt Cobain didn't do it, by the way. Let's not have that conversation, okay? Let's not have that conversation. I've already debunked all of that nonsense, okay? Literally 11 years ago, I made a video and I said, well, these losers don't believe that, you know, their angel could have done that. But quite frankly, it's all there. He went into the greenhouse. He was a drug addict, okay? He wasn't a saint, okay? It's so sad, but, you know, when you're surrounded by a bunch of fake friends, you know, where was Dave Grohl? Where was Chris Novoselic? They were nowhere to be found. You see, they say it was so sad that Kurt Cobain fell to his demise, but they weren't there for him. They didn't confront him about his drug use. So quite frankly, they are fake fans. They wanted their Nirvana money. And Dave Grohl goes on to make the Foo Fighters one of the most mediocre bands of all time. I got another confession to make. I'm your fool. I'm only doing the best, the best, the best, the best in you.
It's over.
It's the absolute worst music.
$5. Rockstar made too much money selling shark cards not to double down on online. It'll be a good campaign, but get ready for another 10 years of online.
But do you really think, let me ask you this, sir. Do you really think that lightning in a bottle is going to strike twice with GTA Online? Because guess what? We don't know if it's going to be automatically a success. Because you have to understand that there are millions of players on GTA Online that might not want to jump ship for obvious reasons. They don't have the ability to upgrade their console, their PC, what have you. So we just don't understand how many people are going to eventually jump ship. The jumping ship process might take a lot longer than you think. So you say GTA Online for GTA 6 is going to be super successful. And it might very well be. In fact, we hope that it is. Okay, believe me. That's what the consumers decide, not Rockstar. Okay, Rockstar doesn't decide what you love and what you hate. Okay, believe me. So as such, what you have to know and understand, believe me, is that you're wrong. Because we don't know if the campaign is going to be terrible. If the campaign is great and it's super replayable, we don't need to jump into the online. I'm a boomer. I don't play online. I'm not playing with internet strangers. I don't want to talk to people. Why would I want to play with internet strangers? Do you go up to someone with a basketball and say, let's play hoops? Very seldom do you do that, okay? You wouldn't want to play with internet strangers, okay? No difference. So as such, I don't care about the online. Yes, it's a boomer mentality. But I don't care about the online, quite frankly. So they can take that and shove it where the sun doesn't shine. I'm not playing virtual world online. You have your own apartment. You do your own thing online. You impress people with your fake cars. Terrible, terrible game. Terrible component to that decent game. But quite frankly, it's just not great. And you have people playing. Let's not get into the RP conversation. That's terrible. The role-playing element that the modders have added into GTA Online. You want to talk about the collapse of society? Look no further. They're living their lives in these virtual worlds, not going outside, not going to school, not talking to their family, their friends. Instead, they're communicating with strangers on the internet, pretending to live a virtual world in this online fantasy game. It's so sad. You're looking at the collapse of the youth. It's really so sad. It's poisoning the youth. And it's the saddest it's ever been, believe me. They don't want to get a job. They'd rather play online in a virtual world than do nothing. Do nothing for hours on end. It's disgusting. I mean, it really is. You got to be down bad, bro. Unless you're making content or streaming it, quite frankly, it is not healthy. Alrighty, folks, we're getting ready to wind this one down. We got 14% of the battery, so we're going to get ready to wind this one down here in a moment. Hope you enjoyed the show here today. It's the GTA 6 Depression stream. As we know, it's not happening, and there's nothing to get excited for. But, well, it is the way the cookie crumbles, I'll tell you that. It's the way the cookie crumbles. You want to do another Eminem concert? Someone's writing a paragraph. Let's see what they're saying. They would rather listen and lust after literal demons. It's so sad. Well, you played the Batman games. I'll tell you what. You play the Batman games, and Poison Ivy in one of those games, she's practically nude. And the Batman games are supposed to be, well, it's a Batman game. It's a comic book game. It's not a rated R game. It's not an M for mature game. You play the Batman games, and Poison Ivy is half nude in those games. Terrible stuff. Quite frankly, those games need to be remade and cleaned up a tad bit. It's very distracting. You're playing as Batman. You meet Poison Ivy, and there's no clothes on Poison Ivy. Terrible game. She don't love
She don't love. She don't love, and it's so sad. She don't love, and it's so sad. She don't love, so sad. She don't love, and it's 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 so sad. She don't. She don't. She don't. She don't. Love.
It's over.
Love. Love. Love.
M0, 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 M super chatted $5. People have thousands of dollars and hours invested in the digital Barbie doll slop, and gamers think this is okay? It's not. It's actually stupid.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Holy shit. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, it is unequivocally. It's sad. So sad. Believe me. So sad. They've wasted so much time, so much money, so much effort, and they get nothing in return. Living a fantasy life in GTA Online. You can't help but wonder, when are they going to get That was terrible. Holy shit. Alrighty, folks, we're going to be wrapping this up now. If you guys want if you want a final Spider-Man stream, we can play more of it, but I don't know what there is to do outside of the few missions that we haven't done. So we can do one last final Spider-Man stream because we're moving on to Alan Wake tomorrow. Okay, we're moving on to Alan Wake tomorrow. But if you guys want me to come back for later tonight to play something, we can maybe play more of Spider-Man, the final Spider-Man stream. Not that anyone wants to see that. Not that I want to play more of it, but there's just nothing else out there to play. So, and I'm not playing Mario Wonder because the ship has sailed for that. And quite frankly, we don't have a Nintendo audience, okay, believe me. So we could jump back into Spider-Man 2 and do one final stream of that. But quite frankly, I think you guys have seen enough. But at the end of the day, there's nothing else to play. We're preloading Alan Wake 2. 89 gigabytes of unmitigated slop. 89 gigabytes of unmitigated slop. It was a $60 game. And Remedy said, this is straight from the Alan Wake website, okay, believe me. Remedy said you could... Well, they said they went digital because it allowed them to save on the price tag. You see, if it went physical, it would have been a $70 game. But since they went digital, it cut the price down by $10, $60 for this walking simulator RTX tech demo. And the shills are going to shill. You're going to see early in the morning everyone come out with their review, and they're going to say exactly what you want to hear. And I'm going to predict an 80... Alan Wake 2 on Metacritic, this is the prediction score. We're going to say at the very least an 84. That is the final prediction for Alan Wake 2 on Metacritic tomorrow. Very early in the morning, we're less than 24 hours away until the Metacritic score for Alan Wake 2. Did Remedy hit the home run with the pretentious woke themes? Or did they fumble the football? We'll have to remain very close to the Metacritic score to see how ultimately the cookie crumbles. We're predicting at the very least an 84 on Metacritic, okay? Can't go lower than 84. The shills are going to shill. We have already heard leaked impressions from reviewers, and they're shilling Alan Wake 2. Just as they shilled Spider-Man 2. You see, Spider-Man 2 was so unfinished. Insomniac, what were they doing? We don't know. But they weren't making the game that we thought they were going to make. They made the same game. It's just a lot more worse. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it. So if you want me to come back for Spider-Man, we can think about that, but I don't know what there is to do, and I'm tired. You guys are a little thick of that. So we'll have to see how the cookie ultimately crumbles, but if we decide to go live again, you'll probably get notifications because we have a lot of members, and we will be sending notifications out to members. So Again, if you're wondering why you remember, it's because you were gifted a membership and you might not have been here at the stream. Don't know how that shit works, but nonetheless, that's how the cookie ultimately crumbles. So with that said, that's going to do it. Hopefully you enjoyed this roller coaster ride. A lot of ups and downs here today. And with that said, just know that we will be back for sure with Alan Wake 2 tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow is Alan Wake 2 day, and I'm going to tell you what, folks, it's going to be a total disaster, believe me. But with that said, that's going to do it for now. If we do come back here momentarily in a few hours, we will be back more than likely with a one final Spider-Man stream. So that is going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show. And with that said, we hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. It's over! Hey there, mister, who let the damn simpleton out of the asylum? Arthur! You gotta have faith, Arthur! Dutch!